cat, thank you so much for watching. So today's video is going to be my first look using the It's Judy Time palette by BH Cosmetics. I recently purchased this and I posted a picture of this on my Instagram and I got a lot of requests for a review. So I thought that I would do that, but on top of that I thought I would show you 3 looks that you can create using the palette. So today's going to be the first one. And as you can see, it is a very blue and smoky eye. So obviously, this is what the palette looks like inside. I used this blue color right here, which is gorgeous, and it is very, very similar to what's that color? Max. What is it called? Deep Truth. Max Deep Truth. It looks just like it. So obviously, I love that color. So I definitely love this one. But in the crease is what really pulls the whole look together, and I grabbed this color right here, and it's like a brownish, pinkish, reddish color. It's very similar to MAC's Soft Brown, but definitely a lot more pigmented, and I just went to town with that in my crease. Like I brought it from side to side, and I really tried to work that in to the crease. And then on the outer corner, I grabbed this brown right here, which is like a chocolatey brown, and that's just on the outer corners. And then for the bottom lash line, I did the same exact thing, blue and then the pink to blend everything out, and then the dark brown on the outer corner. So those are the 3 colors that I used to create this look, and I have to say that I really like this look, and I was very surprised how pigmented the colors are and how easy they were to blend. So I'm going to go ahead and just tell you what I have on the rest of my face, just because I know I'm going to get a question. So as foundation, I have on the Shiseido Sheer and Perfect foundation. My color is in B40, Natural Fair Beige. For concealer, I'm using Clinique's Line Smoothing Concealer in Light, which is, I think, a little bit too light for me, but I'm still going to try it out. And I just started using this, so I'm not sure how I like it just yet. Bronzer, I have the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil. For blush, I have on Milani Luminoso, and it looks like that. Very beautiful blush. I have that on my cheeks. Did I tell you what I have on my lips? I don't think so. On my lips, I have on Maybelline's Stormy Sahara, which I have been obsessed with, and you guys know that because I mentioned it in my January favorites. So I have that on, and I also have a little bit of Buxom's Katie lip polish, and just in the middle, just for a little bit of shine. Eyebrows is the Anastasia brow powder, which I have fallen in love with again. And mascara is Maybelline The Rocket, which I love. And is that everything? I think so. On my nails, which they're horrible now, but I did get a question, I have on Essie's Sunday Fun Day. Sunday Fun Day, and it looks like that. It's a really cool color. Definitely reminds me of spring and summer, which I am yearning for these days. So that's going to be it for today's look, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, so for today's look, I did want to go a little bit more bronzy, coppery, I don't know, the kind of eye that I always go for. So I took a little bit of this, what did I start off with? I took a little bit of this, and I put that all over my crease color that is from side to side. I just really put that everywhere. Then I took a little bit of this color right here, which I thought was going to be very purpley, and it's actually really dark, and then the sparkles don't really show up. So this color is a little bit disappointing, and I was about to just start all over again, but I decided to keep it, and I use it more as a base. So then I just took a little bit of this color, which is like a coppery color, very pretty, and I just put that on top of that blackish plum color. So then I took a little bit of this gold and I added that right on top of everything else, and I put that right on the inner corners. And I also took this as my highlight. I used this yesterday as my highlight too, forgot to mention it. So that is right underneath my brow bone. And I used a little bit of this with a really wispy brush. I'm going to show you which one I used, if I can find it. I took this really wispy brush and I used that to blend in. This is an E36 by Sigma. So I just took that and I took that right on the outer corners just to help everything blend. So yeah, that's today's look. I'm going to zoom you in so that you can see. This is the look. On the rest of my face, if you're interested, I'm using Naked Skin Foundation 4.0, yeah. And I set that with my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. Concealer, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Conceal, and this is in the color Creamy Beige. My eyebrows is the Anastasia Brow Powder. For contour and blush, for contour I took the NYX blush in taupe. It's like a taupey color. Show you. Looks like that. And for blush, I'm using the Milani powder blush in Romantic Rose. And I think this was limited edition, but I did see that they posted it on their Instagram that they're going to bring these out again. Now I have two of these. One of them is really powdery and it's like the really pink one. But this one is actually really nice and smooth. Whoa, I just did that all over the eyeshadow. Sorry. Let me use a clean finger here. Come on. Get it together. So it's a really pretty soft rose color and it's not chalky, so I like that. That's it right there. So that's what's on my cheeks. On my lips I have CoverGirl's what are you? 324 Tantalize. It looks like that. I have that on my lips with a little bit of Buxom's lip polish in Katie. Which is really clear, it doesn't have anything on it. So I think that's it for today's look, and I'll see you again in tomorrow's look. So for today's look, I went for the purples in the palette, which are these two beautiful colors right there. I really wanted to use these purple shadows, and I kind of had a hard time trying to figure out how to use them. I don't know why, but I did. But this is what I ended up coming up with, and I like it. So I started off with Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden, which I have a sample from my Naked 3, and I have been enjoying that very much. I also used this 24/7 eyeshadow pencil by Urban Decay as well, and it's in the color Delinquent, and it's just a really nice deep purple, but when you blend it out, it just creates like a really nice base for any kind of purple shadow that you apply. So it blends out to something like that, and it does have a little bit of a sparkle. So I use that only because the purples in the palette are a little bit hard to build up. Not that they don't blend nicely, but they are a little bit, you know, you have to work with them. So I use that just to help it just a tiny bit. And on my crease, I started off with this soft brown color right here. And I just went, you know, all over my crease. And then I started with the inner corner. And I started off with this gold right here. I don't know if you can see. I'll zoom in a little bit. But I used that gold right on the inner corner. And on top, over the top of that, I did put a little bit of this matte cream color just to tone down the gold. I didn't want the look to be overpowered by the gold, so that's why I toned it down with that color. And then I started with the middle of eye, so all over my eye really, is this color right here. And it's a beautiful, beautiful purpley color, very shimmery, and I really love that. And then on the outer corner, I started with this color right here, and I just really had to build this color up. It's a little bit different from this one, but that's the difference with them. This color leans a little bit more bluish purple, and this one is like more of a lilac purple. So, and this one is definitely a lot more shimmery. It's more shimmery than the other one. This one's more of a satin finish. And on the outer crease, like right on the outer V, I took this deep purple, and I used that pretty much as a black, and I just intensified the outer corner with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in so that you can see the look. Let's see if my lights help a little bit. So this is the look. So for the rest of my face, I'm going to run it down for you really quickly. On my face, I'm wearing this Urban Decay Naked Skin Foundation in 4.0. Concealer is Estee Lauder Double Wear, and this is in the color 02 Light Medium. This is the first time that I'm using it, so I don't know how it's going to wear, but so far I like it. I set my under eye concealer with the NYX Radiant Finishing Powder, which I have a slight obsession with lately. It's a very brightening powder. I swatched it over purple, which doesn't do it justice, but it's a really, really nice finishing powder. If you see it at Ulta, pick it up. You will fall in love. So anyway, for blush, I have on, can you see that? I have on CoverGirl's Cheekers in True Plum. Yeah, True Plum. A gorgeous, whoops. It's a gorgeous plummy color. Absolutely love it. And I thought it would go with, you know, the purple eye. And on my lips, I have on this lipstick by MAC, which I think might be discontinued. I don't know. I tried to order another one and I didn't find it, so I don't know if it's discontinued. But this is in the color of Royalty, and it is seriously one of my favorite nudes from MAC. It's like a light baby pink, and I just love, love, love how it goes with purple smoky eyes. I just really like that. And I added a little bit of gloss. I used one of the L'Oreal or Maybelline color elixirs, the nude color. So now that I showed you 3 looks that you can create with the palette, I'm just going to go ahead and give you my overall thoughts on the palette. So this is what the palette looks like. It is very similar to the Lorac Pro. It's that matte finish that can sometimes get dirty if, you know, you're not really careful. But it's really small and compact. It's definitely perfect for travel. I do watch Judy, so I do love her videos and I love following her vlogs. So it's not because that I like her that I'm gonna say that I really like this palette. It's just because the quality of the eyeshadows are actually really, really good. That being said, I have never purchased anything from BH Cosmetics just because I felt like their palettes were really big and I already have a ton of eyeshadow. And I just felt like I wouldn't use their palettes. So that's why I don't have anything by BH Cosmetics. But when I saw this, I thought that the size was perfect, something that I can try, and if I don't like it, you know, it's not going to kill me with the space. And it also wasn't that expensive. I believe it was $14.95. So I thought it was definitely worth at least trying. And if I didn't like it, you know, it wasn't going to be like a major blow. But I have to say, I think this palette is an awesome buy. Judy has like her signature quote there, natural is beautiful, but what is that? Makeup is glam. So she has that on her palette, and she also has a nice sized mirror that you can definitely use. And you have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 eyeshadows and a mixture of matte and satin. So that's really, really nice. How many mattes do you get in here? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 mattes. Yeah. 4 mattes, and they're all neutral colors, perfect and essential for blending out any kind of eye look. Amazing. But then you also get some nice pops of color right here. You do get a nice gold, a nice blue, and obviously the purple that I'm wearing today. So, you know, it's an overall good rounded palette. It's definitely something that can take you from daytime makeup to nighttime makeup very, very easily. I especially love the matte shades. I love my matte shades, but these matte shades are really, really beautiful. This color right here is one of my favorites, and I've really been digging into that, as you can see. This brown right here is almost an exact dupe of MAC's Handwritten, which is one of my all-time favorite mattes from MAC. This one, again, a really nice camel-y color, super, super beautiful on the eye. Love that. And again, the actual satins are really pigmented. This gold is super, super pigmented. This is a nice coppery color. This color is probably the most disappointing in the whole palette, just because when you look at it, you'll think, you know, that's going to be a really nice color. Kind of reminds me of Sketch by MAC, but it just shows up really black and not like a really nice pigmented black, just like, you know, powdery. But other than that, everything else is really, really nicely pigmented, good quality, blends really easily. And for $14.95, you really can't go wrong with this palette. So if you guys are interested, I will leave a link down below where you can purchase it from the BH Cosmetics website. And yeah, that's my final thoughts. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you found it helpful, please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!